Hey guys, I had to leave Korea because my visa expired and founding my company here didn't work out. So I booked a 1 week trip to Japan. I've actually been here in 2015, but only in Tokyo, and I went to Osaka this time. And I thought I'd just give you a little taste into what my week in Japan was like. I didn't come here to see every last tourist attraction, and I didn't plan out my whole day. Rather, I took the time to get a little bit of work done and just explore the city, take it slow, and just recharge my batteries a bit. I was able to be so relaxed about it because you can literally get a round trip flight from Korea to Japan for like $70, so I didn't feel stressed that I had to make the most of the time. And throughout my trip, I've realized that for me, this is actually the superior way of traveling. You can just take it slow, take in the atmosphere, and you don't feel like you're missing out on anything. You're just taking some time to calm down, and you can just do whatever you feel like day to day. My trip started out in Busan, which is where I currently live. It's the second largest city in South Korea, right by the ocean in the very south. Everything went very smoothly and I soon arrived in Osaka, Japan. I arrived in the rain, but it was fine. I got to ride this airport train, and before I knew it, I was already through immigration. I could stay here for 90 days, but I just booked 7 days, but I'm sure I'm gonna be back soon. I got my bags, bought and charged a public transport card, and took a slow train from the airport into Osaka city. Even though I could have afforded something a little bit more pricey, I tried to go very cheap here because I actually don't need much and I don't spend that much time in my room. For this place, I paid like $210 for 6 nights and 7 days, and that includes an extra charge for letting my girlfriend stay here for 2 nights during the weekend. So it was time to explore. I headed straight to a convenience store because even though they have a lot of them here in Korea, the ones in Japan are just on another level. I grabbed some lunch and a snack and just whatever seemed interesting to me, and after a little bit of work at the cafe, I went to Sushi Roll, a pretty popular conveyor belt sushi chain here in Japan, and celebrated my first evening here in Japan with some nice sushi. The next day I explored the city a bit and just walked around randomly when I found this pretty cool pool. I really wanted to go swim here, but in the end I didn't find the time. I also went to Osaka Castle, but for some reason only filmed this plane instead of the castle. Sorry about that. And during the weekend I got some okonomiyaki and some other dish I forgot the name of, and I realized the store owners have some German signs in the store. This one says, if you park here without permission, we will tow your car. And they have 3 house rules: don't be annoying, don't worry about the chaos, and don't ask stupid questions. I asked the owner and she said she had some friends in Munich who brought these signs for her. I tried this sandwich because people said it's amazing, but I thought it was just so-so. Next was my favorite part of the trip. After some work, I just spontaneously decided to go on a trip to Nara to see the temples and deer. The trip there was already so beautiful. The nature here is really something else. The deer were super cute and really used to being around humans, although this guy was a little bit hungry, I think. Sorry I didn't buy any of the deer snacks. I finished my last full day with some good ramen and actually didn't film anything the next day. The last day was basically just studying a little, having some eel, which was amazing, and then printing some documents I needed for my flight home, and then I was already off to the airport. I was a little worried that they wouldn't let me back into Korea after only having been in Japan for a few days, even though I was eligible for visa on arrival, and I also bought a flight leaving Korea again. The check-in lady was a little bit confused that my flight leaving Korea would be back to Japan again, which I booked for like $25 for October, but after looking up some info on her phone, she checked me in and I was off to Korea. My last hurdle was to get through immigration, and I was fully expecting to be asked some questions about what I'm doing in Korea and why I come back so soon, but I was done in like 30 seconds, no questions asked, and I got my 90-day visa on arrival, which is the maximum that Germans can get upon entry. So there was no problem at all, and overall it was a huge success. I had a great time in Japan. I was not stressed. I was mixing up work and cultural experiences and great food, and I would do it again the same way next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different from the kind of videos I usually make. If you did enjoy it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel. I'm still at the very beginning of my YouTube journey and it would really help out a lot. And other than that, keep shipping and see you guys next week.